Hello, this is a showcase of how I have developed breakout rooms, or I'd like to just describe them as small group instruction in my class. This model is an alternative to the Google Meet breakout rooms. I think it functions better in the video conferencing environment. I first began developing breakout rooms last spring. I worked on it through the summer and have tweaked it. So I am simply going to, in this video, showcase what it looks like from the student side and then what it looks like on the back side for the teacher. In a separate video, I will provide a tutorial on how a teacher can set this up and use it. So after watching this showcase, if you would like to develop the same sort of setup, you can request the tutorial video and I can make it available. It is also available on my YouTube channel, and when it's completed, it will be attached to the Google slide deck that this video is embedded in. So I am going to begin by showcasing what it looks like from the student side. So my class is set up in Google Classroom. So the students come to the classroom. When they enter in the stream, the daily assignment will be posted at the top of this stream with the appropriate links. They also are organized in the Classroom tab by different assignment types. That assignment for the day will have a door link and attachment or attached Google Doc. The Google Doc is set up usually in the same way. My class is centered around reading, so it has a pre-reading discussion topic that we lead off with. It has notes and a lecture section. It has activities, and then down at the very bottom, it has focus topics for closure, which may also involve a discussion and some sort of writing. So my primary use of classroom time is to facilitate discussions and sharing of ideas amongst the students. So I will have those prompts at the top of my agenda. So when the student comes to their daily assignment, they know that this document is the document they're responsible for that day. If they click on the doors, they choose the period they are in, and when they open that up, it will show the class roster. So this class roster has everybody's name on it. When you click on your name, it takes you directly into your group. There is no going into the full class. So I want to stress that again. They do not come to my class and click the link in the header. They go to the assignment, they enter through the doors, they click on their name, and it puts them immediately in their small group. So I'd like you to see this as coming into the classroom, immediately going to their group, and already having a task assigned to that group before I even need to address the whole class. So as they go through the agenda, considering the prompts, there's a discussion element to this. They are doing all of that in their small groups. They are not in the whole class. If I have a reason to call them into the whole class, I will have that link in my agenda so that when we get to that portion of the agenda, I will have a link there which will bring everybody to a full class. And I only use this when I find it really necessary to put everybody in the same room for a discussion. And when I show you what it looks like from the teacher side, I want to show you that in most cases, the full class in one room is not necessary. It's seldom necessary. So what does that look like from the teacher point of view? Well, the teacher side of it gives you access to all the classes. So I'm going to show you what it looks like to me. In my view, I have 6 groups set up. All 6 of the windows are opened up on my screen. I have this tool which allows me to broadcast to all the rooms. So I can talk to all 6 of the rooms or however many rooms you want simultaneously. I can also toggle through and interact with an individual group. I also want you to notice that I am present in all of those classes. So when the students enter, I am in the room with them. So I don't have to move around to rooms. I am in all the rooms. And when I turn on the speaker, I can hear all 6 of the rooms simultaneously. I can speak to all 6 of the rooms simultaneously. And I can turn on my camera and everybody can see me in the room simultaneously. So these are tools that are not available in Google Meet. So I conduct class in this environment where there are only about 5 students in each one of these groups at any given time, and I interact with them. Okay? So I can have that all set up. I want to stress again that when I turn these buttons on, I am speaking to all the classes. And when I turn on the speaker, I can hear all the classes. So if I would like the whole class to interact, I can turn on both the speaker and my mic. And if a student speaks in one of those groups, all of the groups can hear them. So the students are still able to interact. They just have the privacy of their small group. No one else can see them. No one else can chat in their room. So the necessity for full group interaction really goes way down. Now, if I want to have them all in the room at the same time, which sometimes I do, I also have the option of setting up a main room here that I can interact with, and I simply set up a link. Usually I set up that link inside of my document. So if you look at the assignment, I may have a link set up here for the full class at the end. So after having had a small group discussion, they've written about it, we've gone through some of the activities, down here at the end, I can place a link to the main room so that everybody can convene together in one space. And so I have that option. You can see I can open both the main room in these groups, and the students also have that option of both being in the group and the main room simultaneously, so that we can have both of those sorts of interactions. Now, I find this interface as a teacher to be superior to the interface of Google Meet, which, although you go into breakout rooms, I want to stress that when they get sent to those breakout rooms, you can only move from one to the other. You can't monitor all of them simultaneously. And when you leave the main room to go to those small rooms, or vice versa, you go from the small rooms back to the main room, every time the chat channel is lost. So by staying in these rooms, the chats are preserved. And as a last item, when you have groups presenting or sharing out to you in some other way, I always have requirements of spoken presentations in my class. I give them the options of recording them and then sharing within their group, or I have assignments in which they need to interact and record their interaction. So I have the option in each one of these windows of recording that particular room. So I can set up a student or a group to do their presentation on a given day at a given time, and I go into that room, I have them give me the presentation while I record it, and I now have a recorded movie of their presentations, which I can share out, I can present later, I can provide to them so that they have that themselves. So this model gives me a lot of different options to interact with my students in the live video conferencing format. So if this all looks like something you would like to develop in your class, I have tutorials on how to create it. You can request it from me. It is on my YouTube channel, and I will make it available at the end of this slide deck as I put it together. Before I leave you, I want to just do a quick overview here at the end of the showcase. First, to stress that when the students come into my room for the class, they do not enter the full classroom via the classroom link in the header. They go to the individual assignment and it has a link to the door. Notice all the assignments have that link, so they can enter into these at any time. They go to the door, they click on the door they are in, the class they are in, they click on their name, they go straight to their group. All the groups already have tasks that are assigned, either discussion or other types of tasks, and they begin working on those. I give them time at the beginning of class so that when I get to the notes and lecture section of it, I can refer back to this. So they were always in that small group. From the teacher's side of this, it looks like this. It has all of the rooms open simultaneously with me present in all those rooms, so I can monitor what's going on. I can hop around and talk to each group individually. I can record individual groups as they are presenting or doing any of these things. Because I have these tools through the extension, I can address the whole class, or I can isolate it to a single class, and I can also make it possible for the students in an individual group to speak to the whole class, all within this portal. If that's not adequate and I need all of them to be physically in the same room, I also have that option here to either open both or to just have the main room access through this portal. So this model here of interacting with the class in these small groups provides me with better student-to-student and student-to-teacher interaction. It also gives me the ability to group and regroup students fairly quickly. Because I am working from this initial list that again is this student list that they go to, I can reassign any one of these students on the backside into another group so that when they show up and they click, they really never know what group they're going to be going into. So oftentimes, rather than having recurring groups, I may have randomized or optional groups so that when they're asked to come in and do a task, when they click on their name, they are never really sure who's going to be there. Because I can set this up ahead of time and on the front side, it's a seamless process for the students, so I don't spend as much time in the tech side of it. If this looks like something that you want to develop, if it looks like something you'd like to utilize at this point, again, please reach out, send me an email. I will send you the tutorials directly. As I put the tutorials together at this point, I will include them in this slide deck, and a wide variety of other tutorials for teachers are available on my YouTube channel, which is linked at the end of this video. Good luck, and please ask me if you have questions.